Going to assemble a Boss horizontal Mod2 stand. A lot of people use them for a center channel. The kit that comes with it will have the aluminum rod which will hold the two speakers together. It's going to have two stainless steel screws, two lock washers, two spacers, and two jumper wires. Alright, here we go. Going to back out the set screw so that it's not blocking the hole there. I'm going to take this aluminum rod and just put that in there. Get it more or less centered. Add a little bit of an angle here. Just tighten that just to hold it in place for now. And we're going to take the split washer, put it on the screw. Okay, I'm going to put that on one side with a spacer. I'm going to take another ball, and you have the threaded insert here, and we're going to have the binding post facing the center, and we're just going to put that on like that by hand, and then we'll grab the screwdriver and we're going to torque that down. And while we're doing that, we're going to try and make sure that the binding posts are kind of lined up vertically up and down. Don't worry if you don't have it centered, you could do that later. So now I'm going to take another one. I'm going to take the lock washer, put it on the screw. We're going to put that through the aluminum rod. I'm going to put on a spacer. We're going to take a ball. We're going to have the binding post facing towards the center, and you can tighten that up by hand. And what we'll do is we'll just take the screwdriver here, we'll tighten it up, and we're going to get the binding posts are lined up vertically, and then we can center them up later by adjusting the set screw. And what we're going to do now, if it doesn't want to stay, this got a little loose, we'll just tighten this a little bit more so that it stays. And we're going to jump the wires from black to black, red to red. You have these little supply jumpers. So what we're going to do is give it a little bend and put it into, one side, and then put one in here on the top. And same thing for the other one. We're going to give it a little bend and get it in there. And then this one we will put in at the top. Now it's time for the amplifier lead. We're going to we have a negative and a positive. The positive lead usually, it's either red or it'll have a stripe or some writing on it. And it doesn't really matter which ball we go to, but let's put it in this one. We are going to kind of hold the wire, press the button, and kind of blend those wires in there. And then we're going to flip it over here. Same thing, it's a little tricky. You got to get in there, kind of figure out a way to do it. Hold the wire and get in the amp lead, and you're done. This is a finished assembly. And what you'll do after that is make sure that the binding posts are centered up, and then figure out what angle you want it at. You can always loosen this thing, give it a little angle, tighten it. This goes back to your amplifier. You're done.